Hello dear Ronins, welcome to Ronin Hood. Today is a great day. We'll make an episode about how to throw a ninjato of 440 stainless steel. It's a replica, of course, that's why I will use it. And it is possible to throw a sword like 2 times in the movie Last Samurai. So that was my 2 first shots to throw it as a cut and not as a reverse, and it is doable. Like, it's just crazy how it's powerful, getting deep into the wood wall target. You can cut and then you throw. It's really impressive. This is the more impressive throw that I made practice, and my favorite one is this one, when you throw it and it's stuck into the wood wall, and like Excalibur, it's remind me Excalibur, the movie of John Borman, because it takes so much time. Sometimes when I have to remove it from the wood wall, it can take like almost 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. It's really interesting and difficult because it's getting too much power, too much mass. I can throw it with 2 hands. Of course, don't imitate this because it's really dangerous. Even with this replica, it's unsharp blade, but the tip is still dangerous and it can bounce on the wood wall. So please don't imitate this if you are not a master of shurikenjutsu or ninjutsu, or really high dan level confirmed. With one hand, it's like crazy, from 2 meters or more, and I just broke this plastic saya from the replica. I wouldn't do that with a practical. It would be really sad because the abuse and shocks for the blade and the tsuka, even it would be wood, would be like really too much. But it's working. You can see the reverse position from the last samurai at the last battle, and my favorite ones. But you see the bounce is really dangerous. It can go to the face. It needs really great zanshin or important zanshin and keeping large distance reflexes, as we do in karate, for example, or I think kobudo or battodo or yaido, yaijutsu martial artists could have with the habits of kumite or kumitachi work that they practice in battodo when you practice with 2 persons. So I like throwing with 2 hands, but I really prefer with 1 hand. The surprise is, of course, really interesting if we think about feudal times and kenjutsu. If you have 2 swords, like the first episode, the previous episode with Musashi versus Shishiro Bacon, and I just broken the blade again with this kind of destruction test. Even it was not my goal. I didn't know where this is a weak steel, close from 1045 carbon steel, but you see it just broke. So I'm really surprised because it's not 1095 carbon steel, that is harder steel, so easier to break because more density, so it crack easily. But like soft steel or medium steel, like 1060 carbon steel, should be more resilient, and here it's not. Maybe it's the constitution, because there is different constitution between stainless steel and 1045, but it's really surprising. I'm making some spin throw, like you can see. It's really so powerful. Like the feeling, my muscles are on maximum for the throwing. It's really great time. I'm having great time. Thing is, the best bow shuriken that I have So much power. The only problem is safety on bouncing, like you can see, and destruction of the wood wall, because it will take so much time to rebuild it. But I won't do that every day. So spinning at more than 5 meters, 6 meters, trying to make a half spin at 7 meters. That's my first try, and boom, after 5 tries it's working. It's really impressive how it is possible to throw and use a sword exactly the same way than a bow shuriken, a tanto, a wakizashi. So any sword can be useful for cutting or throwing. Of course, you won't break your sword and throw it like this replica, but it's really impressive how it is perfectly working. And all the distance according to the size, to the length of the blade. So now my creation, the thrower with the saya that I made with the previous episode. So here I reverse the blade in it, and boom, like I'm making a cut, like a kesageri or a shibori. I'm just making a throw with the cutting movement with Masaya. It is really, really interesting how the nature of the mass transfer, a correct posture, make or strike if you practice karate or shorinji kempo, or you make a cut if you practice battodo or iaido, or you can make a throw if you practice shurikenjutsu. But in my way to practice it, they are both, 3 of them, the same technicity, and I really appreciate that. It's make for me a system of practice where I can strike, I can throw, I can cut with the same posture, the same alignment, the same technicity. This is my method of practicing, and you can see how it is powerful with the thrower. I can throw this blade of 70 centimeters, almost 60, 70, from more than 6 meters. I'm at 7 meters something. Here it's 5 again. It's extremely powerful, and it is the same technique as a cut. I think it's just amazing for evolving in my practice. Thank you for having watched this episode. I hope you liked it. It was throwing a sword as the last samurai. See you soon in the next episode in Ronin.